Thank you for watching another episode of Devar Malchus. This week's Parshas Toldos, Royal Words by the Lubavitcher Rebbe, here on page 143. We have spoken many times about the names of the Parsha are called, and although simply these names were set due to the Parsha's beginnings with, still, since they were set according to the custom of the Jewish people, which is Torah indeed, certainly is at the height of precision as all details of the Torah, and among the proofs for this, from the name of the Parshas of the week, Parshas of Toldos, the beginning of the Parshas, and these are Toldos, children of Yitzhak, like the beginning of the second Parsha of the Torah. These are Toldos of Noach, and since these are two Parshas beginning with the same word, and these are the children indeed, in order to call them by the name in their beginning with names that will differentiate them between them, it would be more correct to call the first one by the name of the word that is closest to the beginning of the Parshas, Toldos, and the second one, in order to differentiate it from the first one, by calling it a different name than the one given to it first, Toldos Yitzhak. And since it was set to spread the Jewish custom as published in the Chumash, and similar to the calendars, that we call the first one the name Noach and the second one the name Toldos, it is clear the calling of the name is not after the first word or the first word that differentiates it from another parsha, rather so that the name be the height of accuracy. And it was explained elsewhere that these names, Noach for the first Parshas and Toldos for the second, correlate with the content of the Parsha. The content of these are Toldos of Noach is not related about the birth of his children, Toldos in a simple sense of Noach, which were already said at the end of Parshas Bereshis. And it's repeated here as in the detail the content of the Parsha, related about the events in the life of Noach, and therefore called by his name Noach. And the content of these are Toldos Yitzhak is not related about the events in the life of Yitzhak, since a number of events, a very significant events, his birth, the Akedah, his Shidduch, and marriage, are Parshas Vayera and Chayasara before this, and relating the birth of his children, as explained of Rashi, Yaakov and Esav are mentioned in the Parsha, and therefore it's called Toldos, which means simply children. And when we add and explained also regarding the content of the name of the Parsha by themselves, in addition to the connection of the content of the Parsha, and since they became part of the Torah, including also Torah and idiom of Aora, connection, or rather instruction, we should learn an instruction in the service of man to his creator, also the names of the Parsha by themselves, in our case, the Parshas of Toldos, which Toldos is the first aspect, and the first time it's possible to use this name, rather the second aspect after Noach. And by way of preference, that the meaning of the names Noach and Toldos, not in the connection of the content of the topic and the Parsha, rather the names themselves, their lessons and instruction in the service of man, Toldos, refers to the main children of Tzaddikim, righteous are good deeds, and Noach, the name of the person who denotes his essence, is connected to the birth of the essence, similar to Toldos in a simple sense, which then is given a name, and the explanation is necessary. How do the meaning of the names by themselves fit in the deeper meaning with the meaning of the topic in the Parsha? For simply they are actually opposites of one another. For in Noach, the meaning of the name is connected to the essence of the existence of birth of the person, similar to Toldos in a simple sense, and the meaning of the content is related to good deeds, as Rashi explains the simple meaning of the verse, to teach, and the main children of Tzaddikim are good deeds, and the opposite of Toldos, that the meaning of the name is connected to good deeds, and the meaning of its content is connected to the birth. Toldos in a simple sense, as Rashi explains, Yaakov and Esav are spoken about in the Parsha. And mainly the explanation and the lesson and instruction from Noach is before Toldos, and from Toldos that is after Noach. Regarding Noach, since the name of a person, and he is when he is no important seemingly to his service and good deeds, the children of Tzaddikim, what is the content of Noach before Toldos in the service of man? And regarding Toldos, since it comes after Noach and a number of more Parshas between them, we must say that the intention is not just any. Toldos of Tzaddikim are good deeds that are in the beginning of the service, rather at a high level of good deeds that come after the introduction of Noach, and after Parshas that are between them, that we need explain in content of this level of service of man. Seemingly, it would be possible to say that Noach denotes the state of Menucha, tranquility, peace of the soul, and tranquility in the body, so that the service of the fulfillment of Torah and mitzvah should be out to be similar to what the Rambam writes about the physical promises that are in the Torah, in order that we will sit freely to study wisdom of truth, of the secrets of Torah and the mitzvahs, and therefore the order of Noah is before Toldos, for in order that there could be a service of Toldos, good deeds, it's necessary to first have the state of Noah, tranquility. However, it makes more sense to say that the proceeding of Noah before Toldos is not only in time due to the necessity of the matter, rather a true preeminence in Torah proceeding due in its virtue. And when we say that the point of explanation of this, the difference between the Parshas of Noach and the Parshas of Toldos, and similar to the difference between before giving of the Torah and after the giving of Torah, is known that the preparation and beginning of the giving of the Torah was after the service of Abraham, and especially through the circumcision. And after this, there was the birth of Yitzhak, who was born from a holy drop. Hence, in the Parshas of Toldos, and these are Toldos of Yitzhak, the son of Avram. Avram gave birth to Yitzhak, the first one in his whole existence, and his children were after the preparation and beginning of the giving of the Torah, beginning the service that is connected to the giving of the Torah, and it's the Parsha for this, and especially the Parshas of Noach, which only in its conclusion Avram was only born. Indeed, this is the service before giving of the Torah. And this phenomenon, the service of the Jewish people after the giving of the Torah, the Noah, corresponds to the existence of the Jewish people that is before and preceding the Torah. And Toldos corresponds to the service of the Jewish people in fulfilling the Torah and mitzvah, which through this there's true existence as they precede the Torah comes in an openly revealed way, as we will explain. And the explanation of this, as it says in Tana Devei Eliyahu, two things preceded the world, Torah and the Jewish people, and I do not know which one of them came first. When he has commanded the Jewish people, speak to the Jewish people, I say the Jewish people came first, which this proceeds in mainly in virtue, namely that the virtue of the Jewish people is greater than the virtue of Torah. However, in order that the virtue of the Jewish people be expressed actually and openly, there must be the fulfillment of the Torah. As it says in Tanya Devei Eliyahu Rabbah, an analogy, the physical king has a son in his house, and he has an old servant amidst them, who teaches his children good conduct and good deeds. So too the words of Torah turn the Jewish people into the side of merit, educates them in mitzvahs, and brings them into the life of the world to come, namely through the Torah. The virtue of the Jewish people comes out actually in a revealed way. And the explanation of this, the main virtue of the Jewish people is their essential essence. The Jewish people and Hashem are one. Also, had there not been the Torah and mitzvahs, good conduct and good deeds, in an analogy of the physical king who has sons, which the love of for the son is the essential love, even when they do not have good conduct and good deeds. On the contrary, in the son who have good conduct and good deeds, also from the intellectual perspective, it makes sense to love them. It's not evident an essential love. However, the essential virtue is related to the essence of Hashem, that the Jewish people are one with the essence of Hashem, and not that much to the essence of the Jewish people themselves, their virtue. And through the Jewish people fulfilling Torah mitzvahs, that is seen their virtue in a good conduct and good deeds, the virtue due to the essence children comes out into the aspect of revelation, good conduct and good deeds, namely that in their virtue from the perspective of the aspect of revelation is drawn and permitted with the essence. And although the essence is incomparable to the revelation, and certainly the lack of revelations does not decrease from the essence, and on the contrary, the essence is concealed, since the revelations are not a vessel for the essence. Nevertheless, on the other hand, since the essence is not limited to anything, it is possible that it must be hidden specifically. Rather, certainly it can come also in a revealed way, and therefore the true phenomenon of the revelation, the essence of specifically in it being drawn actually and in a revealed way. And similarly regarding the essence, and similarly regarding the existence of the Jewish people themselves, a soul and a body, just as regarding the Torah of the Jewish people, we prove from what it is said in the Torah, command the Jewish people, speak to the Jewish people, that the Torah is for the Jewish people, a command to the Jewish people, that the Jewish people are first. We can prove this from also regarding that the soul and body, that since the command of the Torah are not relevant for a soul when it comes to Gan Eden, rather after its descent below to the clothed in a body, we must say that only the body comes first, and for it the soul was created. And most certainly the creation of the entire order of the gradational descent of the light of Hashem. And the explanation of this, based on what is known, that the choice of the essence of Hashem is in the physical body specifically. There is a virtue in the choice even over the son, that is a son which the love of a father to him is a natural love. The bond between them is from a level that there is self-significance in the son, that is love, the virtue of a son, and not from his essence literally, whereas regarding choice, there is no self-significance in the matter being chosen whatsoever, rather only that this is what he chose with free choice, which is from his essence literally. And similarly, in the difference between the soul and the body, that the soul is part of Hashem, from up high literally, a portion from which, if you grasp part of it, a portion which through it you grasp the essence. The verse says, you are sons to Hashem your God, like a son who is part of the essence of his father. Its bond with Hashem is from a level that there is self-significance to the virtue of the son, and not from the essence of Hashem literally, whereas the body, which on its own had no virtue, the material body that is in a similar materialistic sense to the bodies of the nation of the world, rather that Hashem chose it with free choice, which is the essence of Hashem. Indeed, the bond is from the essence of Hashem literally, and more specifically, the choice of the essence of Hashem is also in the soul. For this itself, that the soul is a son of Hashem, is because that is what Hashem chose with his free choice. However, since the soul, there is the virtue of a son, it is not evident that the choice of the essence of Hashem, and through its descent of being clothed in a body which has no virtue, rather only the choice of the essence of Hashem, it is revealed in the soul and choice of the essence of Hashem. And on the other hand, the virtue of the choice of the body is ascribed to the essence of Hashem, the one choosing, and not the body, the thing being chosen, which on its own has no virtue even after it is chosen. Through the soul, which has in it the virtue of a son, is clothed in the body to give it life and refine it through the fulfillment of Torah and mitzvahs. Virtue is brought about, his virtue is brought also in the body, that it is revealed in the choice of the essence of Hashem in a way that it is part of itself and revealed in it. And after the choice of the essence of Hashem and the revealed in the body through the soul being vested to refine the body through the fulfillment of Torah and mitzvahs, then it is revealed also in the soul through the body that it is not only a son, rather that it is the choice of the essence of Hashem. And based on this, we may explain the content of the phenomenon of the time to come, that the soul is nourished from the body, that in the present time, the time of the service of the refinement of the body, the main emphasis is the revelation, the light of the soul, the virtue of the revelation shall be drawn and permeate the body, and then the time to come after the completion of the refinements, that the main emphasis will be on the revelation of the essence that is higher than the revelations, which therefore it will be felt in the soul and its bond with Hashem, not only due to its virtue, rather also and mainly because of the essence of Hashem literally, which this feeling of the soul receives from the body, which in it is revealed the choice of the essence of Hashem. Hence, in the existence of the Jewish people, soul in a body and their service in the fulfillment of Torah and mitzvahs is revealed the bond of the Jewish people with Hashem in all manners due to the essence and choice of the essence of Hashem from the perspective of the relations of the virtue of a son, the virtue of good conduct and good deeds, and resulting from both of them united as one, that the choice of the essence of Hashem is revealed and permeates the virtue of son and good conduct, which good deeds, namely that the essence is also revealed, which this is emphasized, the true essence of the essence that is not limited to hidden, rather it comes out and also revealed, based on what we may explain in the details of the concept of Noach and Toldos in the service of man. Noach, which is before Toldos, notates the essential virtue of the Jewish people that preceded the Torah, and the bond of the Jewish people with Hashem, in essence literally, that is higher than the bond from the perspective of the revelations through good conduct and good deeds. However, the true completeness is when the essence is drawn, permeates, and is revealed also in the aspects of the revelation. Toldos, which is after Noach, which notes not only simply good deeds, rather good deeds that come in an outcome after the revelation and essence literally. And we may say that this is hinted also in each one of the two Parshas, Noach and Toldos on its own. Noach, which denotes the essence. Rashi adds the emphasis that the main Toldos of the righteous is good deeds, namely that the main thing that is in the essence to be drawn and permeated the aspects of revelation, good deeds, only that the good deeds of Noach, since they are mainly in the spiritual realm in lofty manners, however, not in the simple and physical manners that are on their own, have no virtue. Indeed, this is the level in revelation that, and not the essence and the drawing forth of the essence, and Nochi, which is expressed in simple and physical manner at the giving of the Torah, which began in good deeds that are in the Parshas of Toldos. And in Toldos, which denotes the revelations of good conduct and good deeds, Rashi adds the aspect of Toldos in a simple sense. Yaakov and Esau are discussed in the Parsha, and the essence of Toldos Yitzhak in the simple sense, the birth of the existence which is before and higher than the level of revelation, namely that in good deeds Toldos in the sense of godly service from the perspective of revelation, that the essence Toldos in a simple sense is permeated, drawn, and revealed. And may we add and explain in more detail in the Parshas of Toldos that these are Toldos of Yitzhak. Yaakov and Esau are in the discussion in the Parsha, and by way of preference, that since Yitzhak is the first Jew in his whole existence, and the children after the preparation and beginning of the giving of the Torah, it makes sense to say that all the aspects Yitzhak, and most certainly the main aspect of the children of Yitzhak, Yaakov and Esau, is present in every single Jew. That Yaakov denotes the soul and Esau denotes the body. It is known that Yaakov and Esau are the source of Tikkun and Tahu, Ma and Ban, and also the soul and the body are Ma and Ban. And when we say that the free choice from the essence of Hashem in a matter that on its own has no virtue is expressed in the proceeding of Esau, and the body before Yaakov, the soul, the first one, Esau. When we add the virtue of Esau is hinted also in Admoni, red, and the letters of Me'od, unlimited, and also in the cloth of hair, which alludes to the 13 attributes of the beard. And specifically, when the soul is clothed in the body to refine it through the fulfillment of Torah and mitzvahs, it's drawn and revealed the choice of the essence of Hashem in the body, and afterward in the soul, and also in the aspect of the revelation. Therefore, Esau requests from Yaakov that he give him from his Adam, Adam, red lentils, namely that through Yaakov the soul will be revealed. This is Esau, the body, and the level of unlimited Hadama, letters of the Me'od twice, that is from the choice of the essence of Hashem. And based on this, we may explain that it is written as an Esau disgrace, Vayevez, his being firstborn, in the good sense, Vayevez, an idiom of Bezalut, that he forgoes the right of firstborn for even greater virtue of the revelation of the essence, which in this is emphasized the true content of the essence, which is not limited to being hidden and is also brought out in revelation, which is higher than the level denoted by firstborn. And based on what we may explain and precise wording of Rashi, that these are the children of Yitzhak. Yaakov and Esau are discussed in the Parsha, although when they are mentioned in the Parshas, Esau is before Yaakov for the revelation, and these of the essence of the children through the fact of the soul. Yaakov is clothed in the body Esau in order to refine it through the service of mitzvahs, in service of fulfillment of Torah and mitzvahs that are discussed in the Parsha, which are through the choice of the essence of Hashem is revealed in the body, and through this the choice is revealed also in the soul. And by continuation to this come the Parsha after, the Parshas of Vayetze, and Yaakov left Beersheba, and he went to Haran in the service of Yaakov and the refinement of Lavan, and the Parshas of Vayeshlach, and Yaakov sent angels in front of him, Esau his brother, the refinement of Esau more, the Parshas of Vayeshev, and Yaakov settled in peace, which this is emphasized in the completeness of Noach and Idiom Menucha, rest actually and openly revealed upon the completion and completeness of the service, which this is the phenomenon of the reward of the mitzvah is the mitzvah itself, which the completeness of this is the pleasure of Noach and Idiom Nachas Ruach of the Creator, which is revealed and permeates the pleasure of the Creator. And based on what is known in the Parsha of the week is connected to the time we can connect what was spoken above in the content of the month of Kislev, in which we read the Parshas of Toldos. And the content of the months of Kislev is emphasized in the holiday that are in it, the holiday of the end of the month, the days of Hanukkah, and the holiday of the Hasidic teaching, the 19th of Kislev, Yud Tes Kislev, and the 10th of Kislev, Yud Kislev, which are common point among them is oil, the miracle of the oil Hanukkah, which this hints to the innermost of the Torah, and the aspect of the oil that is in the Torah, which was revealed in the Hasidic teachings in the month of Kislev, a manner of spreading the well springs outward, an entrance of the house on the outside is diffused, as discussed earlier. And the idea in this that the oil denotes the essence of the matter, which therefore it saturates everything that is drawn and permeates it in every place, including the lowest outside, which with the drawing and revelation below specifically emphasize the revelation of the essence literally, just as the essence of Noach is revealed in Toldos, specifically Yaakov and Esau are discussed in the Parsha as explained at length. And when we add that this is hinted in the innovation of the holiday of Hanukkah, the conclusion of the month of Kislev in comparison to the other holidays, which in the beginning and majority of the day, 5 or 6 days of the month of Kislev, and continues also in the beginning of Teves. The concept of the month of Teves, the month that a body attains pleasure from a body, which hints to the pleasure of the body below, the physical body from the body of the essence that is above. And when we say that the continuation of the days of Hanukkah and the month of Teves hint that through the service of the flames of Hanukkah, a mitzvah, a lamp, a Torah light, which is accomplished through the vesting of the soul, the lamp of Hashem, a soul of man to refine the physical body first, and his portion of the world on the entrance of his house on the outside is drawn and revealed in the choice of the essence of Hashem in the physical body in a manner that this permeates the entire of the body until it is evident and revealed in the feeling of the body pleasure that it is evident actually and clearly that the Jewish people and Hashem are all one, including the revelation of the essence of Hashem, the true existence in the whole world and the created existence, that it becomes a dwelling for him, blessed be he, and the dwelling for his essence literally. Thank you for watching another episode of Devar Malchus. Good Chodesh. Zai Gebench.